Hey everyone, my name is Mia and I'm a member of the youth panel at Youth Talk. I first got involved with the charity last year, but I think for you to understand why Youth Talk is so important, I need to tell you a bit about my story. For over a decade now, I've been struggling with my mental health, and since then, I've been in and out of offices more times than I can count, trying to convince people that I needed help. Even after several police call-outs and suspensions from school, I kept having to look psychiatrists in the eye and listen to them tell me I wasn't sick enough to get help. Well, unsurprisingly, my mental health continued to deteriorate, and in December 2016, I ended up getting arrested and excluded from school just 5 months before I was due to sit my GCSEs. This was when it was decided that I was finally sick enough, and in January 2017, the day after my 16th birthday, I was admitted to an inpatient psychiatric unit where I spent the next 6 months receiving weekly counselling sessions alongside group activities and round-the-clock care. I sat my GCSEs in the unit's education centre, and in June 2017 I was discharged. But as soon as I left, the support stopped. I went from constant care and guidance to no professional support overnight. Even after everything I had been through, I was no longer eligible for the services. To receive support through the NHS, not only do you have to be in crisis, but you have to stay in crisis. Children, young people and adolescents shouldn't have to reach rock bottom before they can get help. After I left the unit, my parents paid for private therapy. That is expensive and inaccessible for so many young people. Youth Talk fills this void. It offers free, confidential support to people who would otherwise go untreated. For young people aged 13 to 17, Youth Talk offers somewhere safe for them to go without need for a doctor's referral. And for young people aged 18 to 25, Youth Talk offers a service we'd otherwise be aging out of. The government-issued support services are doing what they can with incredibly limited money and resources, but that just isn't good enough. Young people now, especially now, with schools closed, no access to sports or leisure, and limited opportunity to connect with friends, need support. And this has been shown. Since the beginning of the pandemic, referrals to Youth Talk have increased by over 50%. These are real young people asking for support. Young people shouldn't have to reach crisis before they can get help. With Youth Talk, they don't have to.
Thank you, Mia, and good evening to you all. I have three simple things to say to you all this evening. The first is this. Remember Mia's story. Growing up is hard, but never before has there been a society that has placed so much pressure and challenge on young people. It's no wonder, therefore, that some people find it difficult, but getting help early and swiftly is critical if we are to buck the trend. Which leads me to my second point. St Albans needs Youth Talk. Mia has already powerfully outlined how things might have been very different for her if she had found and benefited from the services of Youth Talk, and in particular had access to us before she was in crisis. Our job at Youth Talk is to ensure we are there for all young people, whatever's worrying them or whatever challenges they are facing. Even before the pandemic, we were delivering over 60 sessions of counselling a week. Within the coming months, we envisage for the first time in our 23-year history, potentially hitting the 100 sessions a week mark, a sobering landmark which is sadly the tip of a growing iceberg. We know what we do works. Our professionally qualified counsellors are all experts in working with young people with all sorts of worries and challenges. The outcomes and results we deliver together with our young people speak for themselves. In the words of one of our clients, "You are all fantastic, and I'll always be so grateful for all the help and support I received from Youth Talk. Thank you." Which brings me to my third and final point. We need your support. If we raise £3,000 this evening, you will be helping us to deliver another 60 counselling sessions to young people in need across St Albans and the surrounding areas. For those of you whose maths is faster than mine, you would have already worked out that that costs us around £50 to provide one young person with one vital counselling session. And this doesn't take into account all the other costs associated with running a charity like Youth Talk. On average, young people will stay with us for around 12 sessions, but for those who need more, we are there for them, and we will see them for up to a year, something that is truly unique about our service. I could tell you so much more, but for now, all I ask is that you remember these three things. Remember Mia's story. St Albans needs Youth Talk. Young people need Youth Talk, but we can't do it alone. We need your support. Mia.
Thank you. My dream is for young people to never have to go through what I did. And with Youth Talk and your support, hopefully they will never have to. Thank you so much.